Good day, dear students. I wish you to have a very good day. My name is Dr. Nirmina Atiyah, Professor of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology, and I'm going to be with you in the Writing Skills lecture. Please remember our session etiquette. Place yourself in a quiet place without any disturbing noises. Take notes while watching the lecture. Please go over your lectures on the same day. The objectives of our lecture is, by the end, you will be able to define the types of academic essays, apply the grammatical principles in academic writing, use the correct linking words and phrases according to the essay type, and apply the academic writing skills in writing topic and supporting sentences in essay body. To achieve these learning outcomes, we have got 3 main content items. The first is we are going to have an overview about the academic essays, grammar for writing principles, and academic writing skills. For your study resource, you can find the content of this lecture in Units 5, 6, and 7 in the Reading and Writing book pages, in the writing section, pages 98 till 102 in Unit 5, the writing section, pages 117 till 120 in Unit 6, Health and Fitness, and the writing section, pages 135 till 138 in Unit 7, which talks about discovery and invention. For the academic essays, we're going to have an overview about the types of the academic essays you are required to know, and we're going to have an overview of the structure of the academic essay. The first type that you have studied in the first semester is the comparing and contrasting essay, and it is the type of essays that analyzes 2 subjects by either comparing them, contrasting them, or both. And you have to remember that you have compared and contrast 2 different things from a diagram, and you have learned to write a contrasting and comparing essay by using the contrasting linkers, comparative adjectives, and so on. The second type of academic essay is what is called cause and effect essay, and it is the type of essays that describes the cause and effects of an event or situation. The third type is problem-solving essay, and it is a type of essays in which you must describe a problem, convince the reader to care about such a problem, and propose a solution according to your own opinion. And the fourth type of essay you are required to know is the advantage and disadvantage essay. And it is a type of essay in which you discuss the benefits or advantages and the harms or disadvantages of a certain issue. Then you have to give your own opinion of them, which overweighs the other. In other words, do the benefits overweigh the disadvantages or vice versa? To have an overview about the essay structure, we have got 3 important sections: the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. The introduction, it is written in response to the essay question. You have a certain essay question, and you are writing the introduction to introduce this essay question. It contains what is called the thesis statement, and it shows in this paragraph the order of your essay and the type of your essay, whether it is a contrasting and comparing essay, cause and effect, problem solving, advantage or disadvantage. For the body, it is formed of several paragraphs, and in each paragraph it starts with a topic sentence which links back to the topics in the introduction, and each topic sentence is followed by a number of supporting sentences. For the conclusion, it summarizes, it wraps up the topics in the paragraph and links back to the introduction and to the thesis statement or to your essay question. And then it states your own opinion regarding the essay question, whether you agree or disagree, any opinion you have regarding the essay question. This is a schematic diagram for the essay structure. For example, if this is the essay, we have got the first paragraph is the introduction, and then the body. And in this schematic diagram, it's formed of three paragraphs, and finally the conclusion. Now we are going to know the grammar for writing principles. The content we are going to have to know about expressing cause and effect, giving reasons, and again the relative clauses. When we want to express a cause effect of a certain topic, we need certain phrases that guide the reader in your writing to show the relationship between the causes of a problem and its effects. In other words, these certain phrases are the signposting phrases that help the reader to know that these are the causes of the problem and these are the consequences or the effects. So, one of the most important signposting phrases is the cause and effects phrases. And don't forget, they have to show the relationship between the cause and effect. Leads to, causes and results in, and the next is the linking words and phrases that show or express the effect-cause relationship, which are caused by, due to, the result of. The second item in our grammar for writing is giving reasons. We use three linkers to describe or to give reasons. The first is using because and because of. Because is a conjunction or a linker that introduces a reason, as to say, it is used at the beginning of the clause. And a clause, it is formed of a subject, a verb, and an object. A clause is a complete sentence. Again, because it is a linker that introduces a reason, or the reasons follow because. We have an example that says the environment is changing because humans are burning fossil fuels. And fossil fuels are fuels such as gas, coal, and oil that were formed underground from plant and animal remains millions of years ago. This is the meaning of fossil fuels. For because of, it's a two-word preposition meaning as a result of. It is followed by what's called a noun phrase, or just not a complete sentence. We have an example here. The climate is changing because of human activity. This is the noun phrase. Thing that we can use, or the next linker we can use to give reasons, is using to and in order to. Governments should promote healthy eating to increase life expectancy. Or governments should promote healthy eating in order to increase life expectancy. Remember that following to, we have to add an infinitive verb. Following to, we have to add the infinitive form of the verb. In this example, it means that the reason that government should promote healthy eating, it is in order to increase life expectancy. Or we want to phrase a question, why should governments promote healthy eating? To increase healthy expectancy, or in order to increase life expectancy. So we have to and in order to signposting a reason. The last thing, or the last linker we are going to use to give reasons is so and so that. Governments should build more sports centers so people can do more sports. Or governments should build more sports centers so that people can do more sports. The difference between to and in order to, so and so that is that after so and so that, a clause with can should follow. A clause with can should follow. A complete sentence using the verb can, we have to use it following so and so that. And these are the signposting phrases and clause or phrase that used to signpost a reason. Why should governments build more sports center so people can do more sports, or so that people can do more sports? The third thing, or the third item in our content regarding grammar for writing, is the using of relative clauses. And you have been introduced to this topic in the second module. And so we are going to have a quick wrap up about the using of relative clause. Relative clauses tell us more about people and things. We use who and whom for people, which for things, that for people or things. So, again, relative clauses tell us more, give us more details about people and things. We have got two types of relative clauses, what's called defining relative clause and non-defining relative clause. Defining relative clause, it makes clear which people or thing we are talking about. And we can use that instead of who or which. For example, Marie Curie is the woman who discovered radium. If I removed this relative clause, the meaning of the sentence is interrupted. It did not give me the whole meaning. It did not define who's Marie Curie. Again, a defining relative clause, it completes the meaning of the sentence. Marie Curie is the woman who discovered radium. I defined Marie Curie. And as I can use that instead of who, Marie Curie is the woman that discovered radium. On the other hand, for non-defining relative clause, it gives more information about the person, thing, or situation. We use comma to separate it from the rest of the sentence, and we cannot use that. That is only used in the defining relative clause. Non-defining relative clause, we cannot use that. For example, Lord Thomson, who's 76, has just retired. I can remove this non-defining relative clause. I can just say Lord Thomson has just retired. It gave me a complete meaning. But I have just used this relative or this non-defining relative clause to give more details about Lord Thomson, to give an extra bit of information or an extra piece of information about Lord Thomson. If I remove this non-defining relative clause, it will not disturb the whole meaning of the sentence. The sentence remains complete. So that's why I have to use commas to separate it from the rest of the sentence. As if I remove this non-defining relative clause, it will not disrupt the meaning of the sentence. Again, the example, Lord Thomson, who's 76, has just retired. Now we are going to have our lecture, which the third topic in our lecture, which is the academic writing skills. We're going to talk about two main items: how we are going to write the topic sentence and how we are going to write supporting sentences. For the topic sentence is the first sentence in the paragraph. Again, the topic sentence is the first sentence in any paragraph. It introduces the idea of the paragraph and links back to the main topic of the essay. Again, the topic sentence is the first sentence in the paragraph, and it carries or introduces the main idea of the paragraph. So that's why during listening, when you are asked what is the main idea of a paragraph, focus or listen deeply or listen carefully to the first sentence introducing or the first sentence in the paragraph, which is the topic sentence. The topic sentence may be a general statement, a general conclusion about the supporting sentences, a wrap-up of the supporting sentences as human activities causing the environment to change in a number of ways. Or it can be a conclusion and specification of the supporting sentences topics, as humans are the cause of climate change because of deforestation and burning fossil fuels, or rising temperatures, loss of biodiversity, and rising sea levels are the main results of climate change. Following the topic sentences, we have to write supporting sentences. So they follow the topic sentence. And they are used to add strength to each paragraph by giving detailed information and proposing examples. So, after finishing the topic sentence, which either is a general statement or a conclusion or of the topics of the supporting sentences, I have to detail this topic sentence by using the supporting sentences. The aim of using supporting sentences is to add strength to each paragraph, either by giving detailed information or by proposing examples, or both, by the way. I can give detailed information and proposing examples. I have to say, can maintain health. Our bodies can maintain health. Again, here we have, this is the first supporting sentence. It is giving a reason. We have to have a balance of vitamins and minerals so that our bodies can maintain health. The next supporting sentence is introducing examples. For example, we need protein for meat and carbohydrates from rice and bread, as well as vitamins from fruits and vegetables in order to stay healthy. Another supporting sentence stating examples and giving reason. The third supporting sentence is giving reason. However, we cannot consume too much sugar and fat present in junk food, such as fried chicken or cola drinks, in order to avoid the health risks. And the last supporting sentence for my paragraph is giving examples. Obesity can lead to heart disease and diabetes. So, in this paragraph, it's formed of the first one is the topic sentence and then 4 supporting sentences. The first is reason, giving reason or expressing a reason. The second is introducing examples with giving reason. The third is giving reason, and finally we are introducing or giving examples. Task is about writing a part from the essay, and then this is writing a whole essay. This exercise in page 120, exercises 1 and 2, is writing a whole essay. So please finish these 2 practice exercises and submit them in the next wrapping lecture. For the summary of our lecture today, we have talked about the academic essays. We have introduced the types of these academic essays you are required to know, comparing and contrasting essays that you have covered in the first module, cause and effect, problem solution, advantages and disadvantages essay. And then we had an overview about the essay structure, which is formed of an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. The introduction, it has the thesis statement. It is the first paragraph. The introduction is the first paragraph in the essay and contains the thesis statements. It shows the structure and the type of the essay and the main items and topics in the following paragraphs. For the body it contains appropriate number of paragraphs. And then it has got 2 main things. It has to start with a topic sentence and followed by a number of supporting sentences. And this body we have talked in depth in this lecture in the academic writing skills part regarding writing the topic sentence and the supporting sentence. And finally, for the conclusion, it is to summarize the topics in the paragraphs and links back them to the thesis statement or to the introduction. And then finally, it states your own opinion regarding the topic you are discussing. We have been introduced to some points in grammar for writing principles. How to express cause and effect by using linking words and phrases that show the relation between the cause and the effect as leads to, causes, results in, and another group of linking words and phrases that show the relationship between effect and cause, which are caused by, due to, the result of. And then we have been introduced to giving reasons by using number one, because and because of. And don't forget that because it's followed by a clause, and because of it's followed by a phrase or a noun. We have used to and in order to, and so that. And the clause following so and so that, it has the verb can. The last thing in the grammar for writing, we have been introduced to the use of relative clauses. And we have got two types of relative clauses: defining relative clauses and non-defining relative clauses. The defining relative clauses, it's very important to the meaning of the sentence, and I cannot remove them, because if I did, the meaning of the sentence would be disrupted. We know that we can use who, which, whom, and that. For example, Marie Curie is the woman who discovered radium. Marie Curie is the woman that discovered radium. This is defining clauses. I have defined who is Marie Curie. The non-defining clauses, they give more information. They give detail about person, things, or situation. So I have to use comma before and after this non-defining relative clause. And in the non-defining relative clause, I cannot use that. For example, Lord Thompson, who is 76, has just retired. I can remove this non-defining relative clause and the meaning of the sentence remains intact. Lord Thompson has just retired. It's an intact meaning. The last thing in our lecture today is about academic writing skills. Academic writing skills in this lecture have dealt with two main items: writing topic sentence and writing supporting sentences, and both of them are related to the body of the essay. The topic sentence is either a general statement or a conclusion of the topics of the supporting sentences. And for the supporting sentences, they follow the topic sentence and they are used to add strength to each paragraph, either by giving detailed information or proposing examples. And in the grammar for writing, you have been introduced to how to give details and propose examples. And please don't forget you have got an assignment. The first assignment is practice exercise in page 101 in your reading and writing book. The second exercise the second assignment is your practice exercise in page 120, exercises 1 and 2 in your reading and writing book. And this second exercise is writing a whole essay. Write the essay present in the exercise and follow the instructions and rules that you have been introduced to in writing the introduction, the body statement, the body paragraphs, and the conclusion. And you are going to submit this assignment in the next wrapping lecture by the end of this week. I think it is on Wednesday. Thank you.